Hello, guys. Good morning. Happy coffee talk. I'm back from travel. I'm home drinking my Black Rifle coffee. Honestly, I that double dead is better than this just Black Rifle coffee. Black Rifle coffee is really good. I drink it all the time, but that double dead coffee, it might be my new favorite. So I'm gonna have to go buy more. Again, it was a local coffee that I got here, and it's just delicious. It's through Ravens Brew. So if you ever want to try something new, Ravens Brew double dead, and I was calling it dead for a while. That's ridiculous. So coffee this morning is in my Polish pottery mug. Again, if you're new to Coffee Talk, I don't talk about coffee on these podcast episodes very much. I just tell you what I'm drinking and I share my mug with you, because if we were sitting on the porch having a conversation together, I would probably do that. I would probably tell you, hey, I got this coffee, whatever, and like, here's this cool mug and here's one for you, because I don't know, coffee feels like my love language sometimes, and maybe the idea of sitting on the porch with you and just having a conversation is really what inspired this podcast. So it's not about coffee. I'm telling you about the mug just so you know. But let's dive into our coffee talk topic today. So I first want to remind you that this Thursday at 4 Pacific time, I am doing a master class completely for free. It's designed for women, and here's what it's about. It is about if you have a slow metabolism, if you feel like you gain weight really easily, but it's very hard for you to lose weight, if you feel like you eat food and it just sticks to you and you're like, what the heck, I don't understand. Like, other people had that same pizza, they didn't gain 3 pounds. Like, why did I gain 3 pounds? If you feel like you inherently know that something's wrong, like you should be able to lose weight, so why aren't you losing weight? So something's got to be off, and you sense that. And so that's what this masterclass is. I'm going to break down exactly how metabolism works. I'm going to show you how to speed it up. I am going to give you the no BS like mistakes that people are making around metabolism and why you want to avoid these things at all costs, because again, most time people don't realize these are mistakes. They wouldn't do this on purpose, but they are mistakes. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about on the free masterclass. So it's Thursday, 4 Pacific time. Be there, be square. So today's coffee talk topic, I guess, is about being a woman who works, and I say this like loosely, but juggling kids, nutrition, exercise, all the things. And I want to because a lot of times people say this to me, and it's kind of funny because they're like, I don't know how you do it. So my children's father is not around right now. He is on deployment. And so he is not here. And so they're like, I don't know how you do it. How do you run a company and lead a team? How do you coach people? How do you also juggle kids? How do you eat well? And how do you work out? How do you balance it all? And I've done a podcast episode on balance before. I don't think balance is something we should strive for necessarily. Quality is what we should strive for. And again, different topic. But how do you create a normal where you're really busy, especially if you're a working female, and you also can do those things? You can spend time with your kids. You can take care of yourself and do what you need to do. That's the question, right? Because most of the women that I run into are not lazy. In fact, they're the opposite of lazy. So it's really funny to me whenever like the nutrition conversation around being overweight is like, well, you must be lazy. I don't know a lot of women who are lazy. I do know a lot of women who neglect themselves. And so that for sure is something that women are good at. Now, if you neglect yourself and you focus all of your time and energy on every single thing other than you, well then, yeah, I guess in terms of your exercise and personal nutrition, I guess you could say that you were lazy, but more like you're neglectful. You've just been absent, and so you haven't been taking care of yourself. So then how do you actually get to a place where you do take care of yourself? What does that look like? It's creating a new normal. It's not a program. It's not a thing where you're like, okay, let me do this program. I mean, a program might be the stepping stone to creating your new normal. That's why we offer programs in Fit Me, is so that you can have a stepping stone to creating your new normal, because if you've never done it before, having structure and accountability and coaching makes a huge difference. But once you are, committed to making that change, the one thing that you need to accept is this is going to be your new normal. You're not likely quitting your job or quitting your family. So you're probably going to need to figure this out with your family and with your job in mind. And so you're creating your own I don't know, situation in which someone can say to you, hey, I don't know how you do it. How do you have such a busy job? How do you eat well? How do you exercise? How do you spend that quality time with your family? How do you like do your self-care things and also manage your busy life? And you can be that person where it looks so foreign to someone else, but to you, it is now your new normal. And it doesn't mean that you don't work hard for it. It just means there's no other way. And because of, I chose the word normal on purpose because normal to me also implies a routine. It implies this idea that it has become almost automatic. It has become expected. It has become typical for you. That's what normal means to me. So if it's normal for you to go for walks every day, well, then you're not reinventing the wheel. If you're on vacation, you're going for a walk. If you're at home, you're going for a walk. If you have a busy day at the office, you're going to take a break and go for a walk. It's your new normal. You're not on a plan or a program. Again, you might have been on one at some point to get there, but now you are just doing it. You are just, that's what you do. You are a person who goes for walks. You're a person who, tries to buy quality food even on travel. So that means like if you're going on travel and you are going to stay in a hotel room, your normal is probably to order Instacart and stock your groceries, like some basics into your hotel room, so that you have a high quality like protein breakfast. You've got some bottled waters. You've got a couple of snacks that are going to keep you on track. Maybe you get some yogurt and put it in there. You have a handful of things. So you're not eating by yourself in your hotel room, but your normal is that you eat a healthy breakfast. So you're going to do that even on travel. Like you don't snack on BS. So you're not going to do that on travel. So your normal is showing up no matter where you are. And so when we think about how to juggle it all, I don't want you to think about that. I want you to think about how you create your new normal, because your normal right now is whatever routine and thing that you're stuck in doing. If it's normal for you to skip breakfast, then you don't even think about it. Just what you do. You skip breakfast. If it's normal for you to buy something from the vending machine, you don't think about it. You just do it. You buy it from the vending machine. It's normal. If it's normal for you to drink soda or to drive through the Starbucks and get, caramel frappuccino on the way to work, you don't even think about it. It's just what you do. It's your normal. If it's normal for you to spend every single day full, like with all of the time filled up so that there's no time for the gym or no time for exercise, you're not going to think about that. It's weird that you're not going to the gym because your normal is something else. And so making the shift to creating something healthier for your life requires a commitment to making it normal for you. It is your routine. It is typical. You want to call that habits, whatever. I think that when you are extra busy, thinking about it this way is a little bit more accessible, because the other way of thinking of it, and this is the big mistake that most people make, is they just think about adding. Can I add to my plate? How can I get up even earlier and get my workout in? How can I, do all the things that everybody else, I want to cook food for everybody else in my family, but then I'm going to cook some kind of like healthier plate for me. So you're just adding to your tasks of the day. Oh, I still need to do X, Y, and Z at work. I'm not going to tell them that I need to leave early, but then I'm going to add to it because I'm going to go do this other thing. As opposed to saying, no, I actually need to make some fundamental shifts in my life, and here's what they're going to look like. We're not eating out 7 days a week at our house anymore. We're going to eat out 1 day a week, and the rest of the time we're going to eat at home. That's our new normal. Like, I'm going to create that. So now what do I need to do? I need to make sure we've got food in the house. Okay, that's hard at first. Okay, I got some help. Now I'm making food consistently, and we're only going to go out to eat once a week. Perfect. Next, I sit down all day. There's certain things I could do walking, I'm sure. So instead of sitting, I'm going to go ahead and take them with me. I'm going to make sure I get in a 30-minute walk every day. No matter what, 30-minute walk happening every day. It's your new normal now. You're not adding, you're modifying. You're taking your unhealthy lifestyle and you're modifying it into a healthy lifestyle because you are busy, because again, you're not lazy, but you need to make some shifts. So we need to make some edits and changes and fundamental shifts to what you do every day, because it needs to be your regular. Is not a sometimes thing. when you're 90 years old, I want you to be like, oh, I should still probably go get a walk in. I've been sitting on my butt, most of the day today watching old episodes of The Office. Can you imagine being 90 years old and still watching The Office? So anyways, I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about one thing today that you can shift. Just one. I don't want you to think about 17. I want you to think about one thing that you shift and make it your new normal. And I talked about this before. This is not as hard as we think it is. This is more mental than it is anything else. Because remember when I told you that we act like it's so hard to change our habits. Oh, where's my hacks? Where's my routines? Where's my cues so I can remember to do this? And if one time you hear on the radio or you get a newspaper article that pops up that on your phone and it says, sprouts have salmonella, and then you decide I'm never eating sprouts again, and you never do again because always and forever in your mind they have salmonella. Does that ever happen to you? You stopped doing something because one time you heard it was a thing and you just made a mental shift and you never did it again. And you changed a belief system around something. It's actually that easy, but I recognize that implementing in your real life can have some challenges, but don't think that the initial step is any harder than just deciding to do it, because it's not. And so you don't need 17 strategies to make a shift today. You don't. You need to just decide to do it. And so pick one thing that needs to be a part of your new normal. I think there's this, in Atomic Habits, they talk about this, but every step you take that is something that future you would do, right, is a vote. It's like creating that identity before it's even there. And so it might not be like you right now. It might not be like you to go for walks at lunch. That's fine. That is a vote for the future that you are creating for yourself. And so go ahead and do that. Vote for that future that you're creating for yourself. And go ahead and be the person that starts to walk at lunch. And everybody's going to be like, what are you doing? Or don't we normally do blah, blah, blah? And you're like, yeah, not anymore. New normal for me. New normal for me is going to be walking at lunch. So hopefully this episode was helpful. I just know that, a lot of times people get asked that question. It's not just me. Like, how do you juggle it all? And at the end of the day, there is a gap between the belief that you're adding versus creating a routine, a normal of your life that is the healthy lifestyle that you want. Because if it's just add, that's not really sustainable. You're probably not going to stick with it. But if it is adjust, modify, swap, edit, then now you're creating something that you can stick to. So I hope this was a helpful episode. Be sure to subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to sign up for the masterclass. I'll put the link in the bio, the link in the show notes, all the places. And then if you are not a part of our Facebook group, come on over to Facebook, search Fit Me Community, request to join the group. I will add you there. I'd love for you to be a part of it. We've got awesome stuff that happens every single month in there. We just wrapped up Nutrition Boot Camp, and we've got something really fun in the works for March. Can't wait to share that with you. And I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.